Jose Youngs here at the MMAfighting.com, speaking with Chelsea Dodson here before her Power Slap debut in Abu Dhabi. I've heard the stories like, you just applied, they called you, they gave you Paige. So, I guess, so we've heard that, but, when they told you it was going to be all the way out here in Abu Dhabi, it's a little far from Albuquerque. Was there any hesitation to take it just from the distance, or what was the situation?
There's a little hesitation. We have 3 little kids, and they're in school. So one of our friends actually offered to watch the kids, and then you can't pass up on an opportunity when you get a babysitter, So John was all for it. I was for it, and we came.
Is he going to be, we've heard the stories, when husbands and wives watch their significant other get in a fight, it's usually more stressful on the significant other. You think he's going to be like that when he's watching?
He better not be. He better be, yelling for me like how I do.
He stands 5 feet away from us.
He better run up like I do and be like, let's go! And that's all I'm waiting to hear.
And I have to ask, because I did the first ever Power Slap media day a few years ago, and the question that fans had the most is, how do you train for this? Because you can't really just take open-handed slaps for hours at a time. You can't spar like in MMA.
No, you can't. Obviously, there's a pull noodle that we use. We use paddles, which is also different, but it's more for a sting feeling. And then more or less pivoting with your feet and stuff like that. But face-wise, those are the 2 things that we use.
Were you surprised at how many rules there were in Power Slap? Was
None whatsoever, just because we watch it so much. And I was like I said earlier, I'm a very visual learner. So to me, I was like, oh, this happened. So every time there's actual flinching or something, we call it on the TV ourselves.
So what prompted you to even sign up for Power Slap? Because I think the last time I heard you were even thinking of doing some amateur kickboxing type stuff. So what was
that's actually what I was gonna do. They changed the date, so I couldn't physically do it. Just because my actual job had me doing other things. But I don't know. I just believe in myself so much that I signed myself up, and I'm here.
Did you tell anyone, or did you just sign up?
I signed up by myself. I watched Power Slap, and then I was like, I'm just gonna do it, and I did it. And you wait I waited 3 months. They actually called me within 3 months.
Wow.
And they offered me Paige, and I was like, that's crazy. I was all, me? Are you sure?
So speaking of Paige, what do you make of her as an opponent? Because obviously she's done pretty much every type of combat sports out there.
She really has, and I have nothing bad to say about her. I think she's great. I think she's such a wholesome person, and I'm just excited to go against her. And everything that she brings to the table as well, because she's done so much combat sports. I just think it's a great opportunity for myself, and it's also a great opportunity for her to show her what she's bringing to the table also.
Have you thought of, Paige is such a popular star even outside of,
everything.
Right, so beating her is going to bring a lot of attention to just you, John, everyone down there in Albuquerque. Have you thought of even thought about life after that, or are you just so focused on the
I'm so
matchup?
focused on the fight mainly. That doesn't faze me, honestly. I'm doing this for me and myself, and that's why I'm here. I believe in myself, and it's not about money, fame, anything like that. It's about me doing this for myself and proving to myself that I can do other things besides and go chase my dreams. I'm a cookie baker, so.
Well, I was going to ask, I would imagine beating Paige VanZant is going to do a lot of cookie sales.
I mean, that'd be crazy. He always tells me to hire people, and I'm like, no.
Just do giant hands as giant cookies at that point with a championship. Paige has said that even her first time, she thought about going second, even if she won the coin toss, because she just wanted to feel what it was like rather than go first. And then if she doesn't get the knockout, it might get in her head. Would you rather go first or second?
Honestly, either one. I mean, sometimes you getting slapped makes you stronger, right? Because you're just you're feeling something, and pain is real. So you feel that, and you're like, I don't want to get hit like that again. So it makes you try even harder. So that's a plus side to that, in my opinion. Going first, obviously, is awesome. When I won the coin toss and I found out on Instagram, I got tagged in it. And I thought there was a coin, and then we stand there facing off oh, I won. But
are you going to let your daughters watch?
They're at school at the time, but of course I'm going to go let them watch.
Oh, the time difference. Yeah, sure.
So I'm going to let them watch. We're big fans. I have a video of my little girl. She knows the roll count. She knows everything for Power Slap.
You and Dan Ige's kid is like that too.
Yeah, so she was into Power Slap with me and her would sit down and watch it, and my husband would walk in and he's like, okay, we're watching this. And actually the girl named Anastasia, she slap fighting championship. big fan of hers. She would go against girls like way bigger than her and like end up winning. And I'm like, yo, she's a gangster.
Sure. And I think famously down in Albuquerque, when Holly beat Ronda, they had that watch party.
Crazy,
and everyone.
Yeah.
I can't. I think it was Dwayne Finley had the video of like the bar. Everyone was throwing beer up in the air and everything. Is this going to be a watch party?
There actually is a few places that are having watch parties for me, which is cool. You know.
Love that.
I was like, for me.
Love that. So I grew up in, well, I didn't grow up, I lived in Phoenix for about 15 years, and if there's one city that is, you know, women are going to like to slap and get hit, it's probably Albuquerque, just from the top of my head.
Yeah, well, like it's a big fight city. Like I can say it's a big fight state in general, but Albuquerque fight city for sure. I mean, they're all about everything. They be
even outside
doing
of just
tortilla
MMA.
slaps for the fun of it. Like I get there's like a TikTok trend, but they just be doing that because tortillas are popular out there.
They were
So
they were ahead of the curve.
Yeah. So I grew up with a bunch of boys. I did wrestling. Like that's all I'm a girly tomboy. So.
Love that. And I guess last question for me, how do you see this actually playing out?
I'm going for the knockout.
Sure.
And that's what I'm already mindset to that. I'm down for 3 rounds, and I really want the knockout in the first or the second round. That's what I'm going for. Hopefully it goes that way.
Are we going to see you more power slaps after this?
If they offer me fights, for sure. I'm all about it. When I say I'm about it, like I'm doing this for me, regardless of this is a winning situation for me. Either way, I'm in Abu Dhabi against Paige VanZant. Who wouldn't say no to that? If they would like me back, I would happy to be back, and I'm here.
Well, I appreciate the time and good luck on Saturday.
Awesome. Thank you.